Hello everybody, my name is Hayden,
And I'm Alex.
and today we are going to be talking about our viewpoints from as League of Legends solo queue players in general, or just League of Legends in general, how we like to play, our play styles in general, so that way when we do these podcasts or these patch notes and other things, you can understand from our perspective how we feel about things on a personal level, rather than just, oh, this is how I can relate to this, etc. On top of that, we're going to be talking about some extra things just for fun. That's about
Well,
as.
I think we could start with, obviously, as we all could tell, from the last podcast that we did together, Hayden, I had a very AIDS mic, to say the least. It's because I was using my laptop mic. I have just today bought myself a new headset. It is a Logitech G430, I believe. I don't
Right.
have the thingy sitting in front of me, but it's nice, it's big, it's comfortable. I like it. If you guys get some extra cash, pick one up. It's pretty nice.
New sponsor.
Yeah, sponsor.
Sponsor me, Logitech,
um,
please.
so I'll start so that we can, get a good footing here.
Right.
Myself, my in-game name is Ultra How. I am currently Gold 1, about to go into my promotionals. And just one more game will get me into it. Uh, I am a support main, and I am hyper aggressive. Maybe I'll play passive, but most of the time it's just aggression out of me. The way I view the current meta, the Juggernaut meta, as to be called, we don't really see that many Juggernauts right now due to them being banned out. Uh, in my opinion, my favorite Juggernaut is Skarner, as I believe I said in the last podcast. In comparison, since Darius is never banned, he can be a huge threat.
I think since his
He
5.17 changes, he's been banned a lot more, though.
Is he? I haven't really seen him too banned. I also haven't been seeing him picked because he's, the weakest juggernaut of the four.
Right. Still strong.
And
Just people are still trying to play him as what he used to be, was an aggressive bully, which he can still be played like that. It's just he's more of a bit less mobile on terms of executing.
yeah,
There's a long
we're
build up. It's like comparing Ari to
oh,
Lulu.
I have an eraser.
One's a lot faster, the other one's a bit slower on terms of
Hmm.
damage output. Uh, Darius has a lot more of it's a longer build up on trying to duel and do damage rather than a bursty assassin or somebody who can just go right in like Garen or Fiora or something
Yeah.
different. And that is my intake on Darius.
All right. How do you feel about him in the team aspect?
In the team aspect, his team fight is really strong because he is literally the definition of I can literally sit here and take all the damage. Because the thing is,
Yep.
is with his Q, he gets so much health back from his Q. It's ridiculous. I've seen so many Dariuses in the recent times of solo queue where um, he has literally been at like 10 HP, and then he lands a Q, like he's already been building one up, and he lands the Q, and now all of a sudden he's at like 500 HP, and turns the fight completely around.
I know that heal goes through Ignite really well. Its
Right.
scaling is unique to say the least.
Right.
Uh, well, Hayden, where do you currently stand on the ranking charts?
I in patience updates, I stand at gold 4 in promos for gold 3 currently. Highest rank achieved gold 2. And I am basically the opportunist. I will take any chance I can to abuse you for your mistakes. But at the same time, I make a lot of different mistakes because I don't think about all different aspects of what could happen in a situation like I should be.
Yeah.
Especially since most of my solo queue play is when I first wake up, or just before I'm going to sleep while I'm tired. But it's basically like I'm a top lane main. However, I do play every role, and I play every role equally as well, in my opinion. I'm aggressive. I can play passive. I can adapt to any play style. That's why I play with Alex. Alex is hyper aggressive. I like to play aggressive sometimes. Uh,
Uh,
I
in a general aspect, what is your ideal team comp? Is it a poke comp? Is it hard initiate? Is it control? Is it uh, siege? Objective? What is your ideal team and setup lineup of a team?
I like more of like a CC control, like a CC siege,
Yeah.
where I can literally just control objectives at the same time, have all like the crowd control in the world. Like, say you could run like Tristana Leona into with a assassin mid, like maybe Ari or something else that's not so assassin, like Twist of Fate. Diana's always fun. And then you run a top laner that could be a Juggernaut, or you could run a fighter. Even damage fighter would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could run Riven, Fiora, etc. Darius, Garen, all works. And jungle is very, very different. You can play a tank, or you can play full damage, and you just have to play around your advantages.
I see it again. Of course, LeBlanc would be good in the mid lane there because she has that potential to instantly burst somebody, but she can be in and out of a fight just like what you'd be wanting.
Right.
I see. All right. Myself, I go for generally the hard initiate. I'm 9 times out of 10 going to be the one who initiates the fight, whether I'm playing Leona, Braum, Thresh, Nautilus, whatever I'm deciding to play in the bot lane. Yeah, I don't think you might have seen me a couple times on outside champs like Morgana, Janna, Soraka, maybe, but you do queue a lot with me, so you see
Right.
me play them tanks. My ideal team comp, just to get everything out of the way so that everybody knows, I hate Vayne with a passion. I have never had a good Vayne with me. I just can't sit there with a Vayne who gets Vayne spotted. But I generally like having a Jinx, Kog'Maw, or Corki. They have the backline and range for comfortability where I don't have to constantly worry about them. My mid laner, I generally like somebody a little bit more supportive. Orianna is really good with most of the champs that I play. Or Lulu, she's generally pretty good. And it'll range as far as if my team is comfortable picking up like Cho'Gath, because Cho'Gath has that really good skill set up to just control a team for my hard initiation. My jungler, I like to have people like Warwick or Amumu, somebody who's just brainless and can land their ult easy as pie. And then my top laner is generally a huge bruiser, like Fiora, she's really good. Riven, or I'll stretch as far as maybe Darius or Garen, because they hold that damage as well as being a health pool for the team.
Right.
Um, what is your... Okay, how did you get started in League, Mr. Hayden?
How did I get started in League? Actually, this is actually a really funny story. I started playing League about a week before Season 2 ended, just as Preseason 3 was starting. And
Same with me.
before that, I was a WoW player, semi-competitive. A lot of people used to know me as I Make You Puddin' in that time. And I remember I had a buddy, his name was Trick or Tree. His name was Lucas. And he was the biggest troll. He still is.
Yeah.
Hates everybody, yells at everybody.
I think I remember him, too.
Yeah, yells at everybody. Just he's a crazy guy. And then he started playing League. So he'd call me on Skype sometimes, and he'd be like, "I'm playing League." And I hopped on the bandwagon. I was like, "Oh, League's a bad game. Don't play League." And then
Yeah.
I was like, "All right." I was visiting my mom, I think, because I don't live with her. I was visiting my mom for winter break. And I was like, "I need a new game to try." So I was like, "Okay, let's play League." So I played League, and I joined it up, and fell in love with it. The funny thing is, I actually got banned the first day I started playing
Oh, that's...
for 24
Wow.
hours because my mom eventually, like, as I was trying to play bot games and, try to learn the game a little bit, my mom kept on calling me to go AFK and whatnot, and got banned for 24 hours. Eventually, after several months, or several weeks rather, and I'd say a few months at least of grinding, I definitely may hit 30 and started trying to get better and self-improving. I used to be that one bronze 3 rager kid that everybody was like, wow, you're one of those guys. And
Back when I met you, way back when, I believe we met in World of Warcraft through just
John.
some. No, and it wasn't John. It wasn't John. It was Russell.
Russell, my boy.
Russell.
That kid actually hates me now.
Yeah.
He deleted me because apparently I'm always like, I hate that kid every time someone invites him to the call, but I've never done that in my entire life.
Anyways, I do remember you being just that guy, just that nobody wanted to actually be in a call with you for too long, otherwise you just
Rage. Too hard.
rage. But you have changed so much since then. Now I can deal with you. I love just chilling with you and playing video games with you. So it's definitely come a long way since
We've
then.
definitely come a long way, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words.
Personally, for me, I started playing League because my buddy Justin, or in-game name Dozer with 3 R's, he's all like, "Oh hey, Ultra," because in WoW my main character's name was Ultra Blade. He was a paladin, and I was a raider, and he was like, "All right, you're really good at WoW. Let me try to get you set up on this." So after a while, he convinced me, got me into it, and now I have basically surpassed him in skill and completely just pooped on him.
Pooped on him.
Pooped on him. I've been banned once, and that was for like 2 hours because I had dodged a queue for an emergency.
I've only been banned one time, and it was the first day I started playing, so I'm pretty proud to say that one.
I've never been chat banned either.
I've been chat banned.
So
times.
you and I had a ranked team at the start of the season,
Right, I still have it.
and you're still running it. Do you wish that the ranked team would be able to progress further, be able to play longer, or do you not as much care for ranked 5s and 3s, and more about the YOLO kill?
Well, I'm more about team play, because I'm a very competitive player, and you can't trust idiots in solo queue.
Yes.
In my own personal opinion,
I
I'm
agree.
all about the competitive 5s because it requires a lot more communication, a lot more dedication to it. It's just the thing with my rank team is that we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Rob's a top 50, Rob's number 50. My top laner is number 57 in the world Smash Melee. And so he's always busy going to tournaments or working. He co-works with my support player, which is Warren. And so Warren's always working, but he plays when he can. He usually plays a lot of YOLO queue. Triggy is usually on. It's just a matter of having Rob and Gary. Right now we don't really have a jungler because after you dipped out, we got a new one. And he's never active. Like, he's on and he plays a lot, but he doesn't talk to us. So it's hard to schedule ranked 5s if he's not able to be, getting a hold of. It's not easy. But I feel like if because Rob is going to Paragon, I believe, which is a tournament soon. If not, I think he's going somewhere for work, and Gary's out somewhere for work right now. Triggy's probably playing YOLO queue. But
He's always played YOLO queue. I feel bad for that man.
I love the team competitive environment. I just wish we had more time to play it. I've been super busy myself with work and whatnot in school. So it's just a matter of, I like it. However, right now I have to stick to YOLO queue because we don't have the time to group up as a team.
How far do you think your team would personally be able to go if you say had like a week to where none of you had to go to school, work, didn't have those responsibilities?
Are we including human emotion, or are we excluding that as well?
Including human emotion. I do know that Rob is almost perfectly cool all the time. Triggy's almost perfectly cool all the time. The only troublesome people are, well, I shouldn't really say troublesome. Just people who let it get to their heads are yourself and Warren, because Warren will get frustrated after a little while.
Yeah. Same with Scion. If
Yeah.
Scion sees a mistake, eventually he'll just leave. He'll be like, I'll see you guys later. He'll just dip. I feel like if we're including human emotions, easy, gold 1, gold 2.
I mean,
If we're
you
not,
got it.
if we're not including human emotion, easy plat without
You
problems.
you got a good set of players there. I've personally played with everybody but Scion, but you know
Right.
he's been in quite a few tournaments with you. How do you feel about the people who constantly type in chat in ranked games? The people who and the people who constantly ping. The ping spammers
sometimes I
and
feel
just
like you
spammers.
set me up for these sometimes. On terms of people typing in chat, before, it was like, I'll respond, and I'll be that douchebag who will literally just continue responding to you and make you feel worse about yourself for making me feel worse about myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the treat yourself the way you like to be treated phenomenon. But lately, I've just been muting idiots who spam type in chat. I have pings muted. Pings are
You can
muted
mute
in my
pings?
in-game. There's
I didn't know you could do
there's
that.
a sound option where you can mute the pings.
Oh,
It
maybe I
just
need to do
requires you to have a lot more awareness of your mini-map in your chat.
that. It might teach you to be a better player
Yeah,
overall.
but I've had pings muted since the Gangplank announcer came up for the event.
I loved that announcer
Because I
personally.
muted the announcer because it was irritating to me in my own opinion, and then I muted the pings.
Yeah.
But I've had I think they're both still muted too, even though the old announcer is back and whatnot. But I seem to be improving off of it. I'm just trying to get more awareness and try to improve on skill at this point. What was your other question?
That was. It was just basically how you feel about those kind of people who sit there and spam and ping.
I hate those type of people.
Do you find it irritating? Do you end up like
I don't tilt
muting
off of
them?
It. I don't tilt off of it. I have pings muted, so the pings don't really. I don't really care. Well, usually when people spam pings somewhere, I usually, instead of just trying to get irritated, like, why are you pinging? I have the sound muted, so I'll look at those pings and I'll try to pay attention to what's going on around me while I'm analyzing these, and I analyze them to myself. And I'm like, why is she pinging this? What could possibly be the problem? And then I will just go through situations in my brain. I'll be, oh, okay, this is what's going to happen if I go do this right now. And then adapt to the place, to the analyzation and go in and do what you need to do. But people who like rage in chat and spam in chat, like rage and stuff, kind of pisses me off. It irritates me. But I don't mind the people. I don't mind the people who are like spamming or typing in chat. They're like LOL, like they're laughing about something that happened.
Yeah, and having
favorite
fun.
may be and having fun, being like, or like they're just like, oh yeah, I thought this would have happened. Like it's like there's two different types of people. There's, say you have an Olaf and an Ari, right?
Yeah.
Olaf is gonna gank. Ari baits the gank. Olaf doesn't gank that way. Ari dies. Olaf walks off, and Ari's like, "Wow, you fucking idiot!" Blah blah blah. This blah blah blah. That, right?
Yep.
And then there's the type of person where Ari will die, and Ari will be like, "Oh, what happened? What do you think happened?" And then Olaf will be like, "Oh, I thought this. This is what I was thinking. We should have done this instead." And then Ari's like, "Oh, okay, my bad. We'll do it next time." And then self-improvement.
My personal opinion on these people is if, like, since I'm a support main and I play hyper aggressive, a lot of the time I get the ADCs who are so passive that they're a minion line and a half behind, our own minions, which is way too far because you lose that experience.
Right.
But they'll like blame me for trying to use my relic shield stacks and taking poke damage when they're, fapping in the corner because they saw a picture of Jessica Alba naked. Now, what I mean by this is, if you're going to play a passive ADC, tell the people in your chat lobby that you're going to play passive as all hell.
Yeah.
There are certain ADCs that shouldn't play passive. For instance, like Lucian. Lucian is not a passive ADC. He has that level 2 power spike. He has lots and lots and lots of burst damage.
So I like playing him.
uh, but he's currently weak against 90% of the ADCs.
Right, but it's a matter. It's like Lucian right now is kind of like kind of like Kog'Maw. You're a hit or a miss.
Oh yeah,
You either start getting really fed or you start getting really trashed on, and that's like Vayne too. Except
Van out Van.
9 times out of 10 for you, it's let's get rid of the Vayne.
I just ban out Van. Um, so I end up muting people if they say like, "Oh my God, this bot lane, GG," stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just instant mute.
Yeah.
Uh, so Hayden, what is your favorite champion or champions, and why?
If I were to choose a favorite champion and/or champions as of right now, it would be Fiora. You want to do like role specific?
No, just flat out your favorite ones, and you can say who you're currently maining as well, if you want.
Um, if I were to say who my favorite champions were, I would say Fiora, Lee Sin. It'd be really hard for me to just select different champions. I'd have to have a favorite champion in every role.
Alright, you can do that then.
So I'd rather just do that. So my favorite top laner right now is absolutely Fiora. I love Fiora. Fiora's great.
Yeah, we have constantly picked her up for you.
Constantly, just aggressiveness and/or passiveness. You play the vitals really well, and you'll win lane every time. She's just a really, really situational champ. I love it.
Yeah.
Jungle. My favorite jungle right now is probably the one that I play the most. And if there's one that I play the most, it would probably be, as of right now, Pantheon. I've been playing a lot of Pantheon lately.
And that explains our little picture there of Pantheon and Leona.
Right. I've been playing a lot more Pantheon jungle, just because it's a hit or a miss, and it's if you hit, then you're doing really well, and it's easy to catch back up if you fall behind. Mid laners. My favorite mid laner right now is. There's a lot of good mid laners that I like playing right now, actually. Probably Annie. Annie's always fun.
Annie is. She's pretty strong as well, I mean.
It's basically just... There's two different build paths you can go. You can go the Rod tankier path, or you can go the more bursty Luden Zeko rush path. ADC, my favorite ADC as of right now is probably Tristana or Lucian.
Alright.
Lucian's are really aggressive, and I like to play super aggressive when I play ADC, as well as playing on Tristana, where it's more of a I'm going to bomb you, and you're not going to analyze the damage before it goes off. So it's like, see, one champion I'd like to work on for AD carry is Kog'Maw. I need to be practicing a lot more Kog'Maw.
Love a good Kog'Maw, or as I call him, the grub.
The grub.
The grub.
Favorite support is...
Pink Tarek?
Pink
Tarek?
No.
Why not?
My favorite support right now, pre-nerf Janna. Pre-nerf Janna was probably my absolute favorite. And before that, after that, it's in order probably. It's Nautilus, Lulu, Karma, Soraka. In no specific order.
Yeah.
My favorite champion of all time, now that I think about it right now, is Lulu.
Yeah, she's very fun.
She's adapted to several different roles. She can be played AD or AP. She can be supportive or more of a carry type champion, and she's just really, really adaptive to any kind of play style. So,
now,
yeah, that's what I like about Lulu.
Since 5.17, I have not seen any Jannas. I feel like people are over-exaggerating the Janna nerf, but I'm a support main, so I really don't care. I kind of like that there's no Jannas.
Yeah,
now, for me, let's see. My favorite champion is obviously Leona. I've loved her ever since I picked her up a long time ago. She was one of my first champions I actually bought with RP. And the first champion I got a skin for. My currently most played character has to be Thresh. And probably the one I have the most skill with. I do land them nice hooks. For ADCs, I love Jinx and Ezreal. I love the passive-aggressive way you can play Ezreal currently. And I love the fact that Jinx is just that kind of. She fits my playstyle of I'm going to go hard, and then if something happens, I'm going to run like a little bitch. For mid, I'd have to say Xerath or Katarina. Xerath has that hard poke that a lot of champions can't deal with. Maybe Lux can, or Karma, somebody who has that shield with their own high massive poke. And the
Right.
reason I like Katarina is, I mean, you've played with me playing Katarina, and
Yeah.
I've had a lot of practice with her. And she's just one of those face rolly champions that I used to like to play. I used to play a lot of assassins. My current favorite junglers are. This one's a tough one. I'd have to say Gragas. I have a lot of playtime on Gragas and Skarner. Skarner, you mystery gifted me that Guardian of the Sands or whatever one it is, and I've just been playing a hell of a lot of Skarner. I mean, I used him in ranked as a support the other night.
We won, didn't we?
Yes, we did. It worked out fantastic. And my favorite top laners, I really don't play top often. I used to play a lot of Vladimir top, so I'd have to go with Vladimir.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I
not a
dislike
less.
Vladimir tops with a passion because it trashes on me every time I play.
Oh, yeah.
It. Every time.
Now a couple more topics about this, since we're on the topic of favorites. Your favorite skin, and who do you see me as a champion? What champion would you fit me with? So if I were a champion,
What you mean, like what you look like, or just like
no, just like how I am personality-wise.
on a personal level?
Yeah, I mean, you and I are pretty good friends, so I'm pretty sure you could don't tell me this.
I'm pretty sure.
And if you say Timo, I'm gonna hang up the call. I'm serious.
All right. Let's see. My favorite champion, or my favorite skin.
Your favorite skin?
My favorite skin of all time. Oh my god, that's a really tough question.
It is. You got some time to think. And if you can't think of that right away, enlighten me on your least favorite champion in the league. Personally, my least favorite champion in the league is Vladimir, just because he just grr.
What about Vayne though?
I mean, I hate Vayne with a passion, but that's because they're all bad. Vladimir, I hate him because he's good.
I hate Vlad because he's good. That was 2015. Mark it, guys.
Quote me.
Let's see. My least favorite champion in the league right now is definitely. I'm trying to think about it.
Ugh.
Probably Xin Zhao.
Oh, why would you pick Xin Zhao?
I just like Xin Zhao because of the way he currently fits the game as a whole. He's kind of I can go balls deep tank and still do tons of damage, or I can go full damage and either A, one-shot you, or it'll backfire and I'll die. And, you know, the thing is so the one thing that makes me hate it is Xin Zhao's in my solo queue games on my team go devour and get one-shotted. And Xin Zhao's on the enemy team, and enemy team solo queue games build Cinderhulk and shit on my team. So, I cream all over my team. So, that's why I dislike Xin Zhao. Probably not the most, but that's about off the top of my head. That's what I can definitely say. If there's something I hate more than that, it's probably Lux.
Oh? Is it because of her hidden fifth skill?
What's that?
Her laugh?
Oh.
Don't you just smile at me?
Definitely. I definitely say Lux mid, Xin Zhao jungle, Vladimir top, and the ADCs I hate facing the most bot lane is Caitlyn and Thresh.
You hate yourself a good Thresh?
I hate myself a good Thresh because a good Thresh will always beat a good anything else.
Yeah. Actually, on the topic of Thresh, personally, I feel like he's been thrown down and kicked quite a few times. because of what they've done to like Nautilus and Braum, making them just so much stronger as a bot laner.
Right.
Which is also why I don't pick Leona. You and I were talking about this pre-podcast on why I don't pick Leona is because there's people who will play Janna, Braum, Nautilus, Thresh even,
Yeah.
that can just stop Leona's initiation. Now me,
Right.
I'll initiate with the ult and hope that it, sends their support into a panic to where they won't be able to peel from me or something. But there's just so many other champions that stop Leona, which makes her somewhat irrelevant. But
Like Janna's Tornado.
Janna's Tornado, Janna's Monsoon, Janna's Slow even. Because if you slow Leona before she E is, it's a lot harder to land that E onto the ADC.
Right.
Uh,
Favorite skin in the game as of right now? Probably Winter Wonder Lulu.
that's a nice skin.
I'd probably say Winter Wonder Lulu. I'm not a big fan of Pulsefire Ezreal. I'm not a big fan of Spirit Guard Udyr.
You know, you know the reason why I have Pulsefire Ezreal, right?
Why is that?
Jordan gifted it to me because I hated it. Now, the only reason I'll pick Pulsefire Ezreal is because I hate it, and I feel bad that he spent $30 on a skin that, I hate using. So I just use it. And I've actually won with the skin, which is phenomenal, because I've always only ever seen Pulsefire Ezreal lose.
Right.
Uh,
Let's see.
My favorite skin in the game is the old Workshop Shaco skin.
Yeah, Old Workshop.
It's a bit creepy, it has that feel to it.
Yeah.
And I'm all about the creepy. I mean, I believe you were there when I used to play a lot of Shaco as well.
Probably. Yeah, I remember Season 3, Season 4.
So, who do you see me as a champion? And I'll tell you who I see you as.
As a champion, so we're going through, lore, the champion's personality through lore
Just
compared to you?
If you were to put a champion to me, who would I be? What champion?
I'm thinking about it. If I were to set you as a champion, it would definitely either be Braum or a champion that uses sarcasm as a comedy.
Hmm.
But if I were to set you a champion, I'd probably
I think
say Braum.
Wukong does. Wukong uses a little bit.
Yeah. So I'd either say
Holy shit.
if I were to assign you one, probably Braum though, because you're a really nice guy and you care really much a lot more about others than a lot more people I know do.
Mm-hmm.
And you usually a lot of the time put them before yourself. So I'd probably give you Braum if I were to give you a champion.
Alright. If I were to give you a champion, I'm just going through the character list, so if it looks like
I didn't open
not
the
paying attention.
I didn't open the character list because both my monitors are occupied.
Okay, now this is gonna seem a little out of it, but I'd fit you with Rengar.
Rengar.
You have the personality to be extremely ferocious when you want to be, and surprising. You will randomly pull something out of your ass that you shouldn't be pulling out of your ass, and Rengar has the general aspect of being able to do that.
Right.
That's how I see you as personally, as a personality.
Right.
Yeah. That's how I see you, Rengar.
A Rengar tonight.
You're a
we
Rengar.
hunt.
You're Rengar today.
Tonight we hunt, boy.
All right. So we're gonna stray away from the league for a little bit, so we can talk a little bit about other things. So as we both know, Guild Wars 2 is now free to play, which means a shit ton of people actually started playing it again.
Right.
The new expansion, which I don't remember, it's like Heart of Thorns or something like that.
Thorns. Guild Wars 2 Heart of
is
Thorns.
coming out October 23rd. Now, neither of us are actually full-on Guild Wars 2 players. Uh, but what we'll be doing to help them new players, and since we have so much, like, we've been playing WoW for 10 plus years, um, we're going to go through Guild Wars and try to do as much as we can for everybody who has not purchased Heart of Thorns and are worrying about, oh, will I be able to play this? You know, will I be comfortable playing it? I don't understand certain parts of this. And we'll be trying to bring that, you know, in our podcasts, you know, eventually to help everybody. That way, and make maybe small videos on it as well.
Right.
Just to be helpful to the community. We'll also be doing our podcasts a couple times a week. Now, it won't always be about patch notes. It won't always be about video games. You know, it might just be about life, you know, whatever's going on in the world. Something I want to touch topic on because I find it hilarious is the U.S. President candidate D's Nuts being 15 years old, but he has more politics education than half of the candidates that are currently running. If he was 20 years older, would you have voted for D's Nuts, Hayden?
No.
I feel like he touches a lot of topics. Now, I may be a little bit biased because he pulls up a lot of nice topics, but this 15-year-old isn't completely stupid.
Right.
He's smarter than the average bear. And bears are pretty smart.
Are they?
Yes, they are. Except for people who dress in bears. Or as bears.
So, ooh dear. Definitely not.
Stepping away from politics before we get too heated into it, which we probably wouldn't.
Don't like politics that much.
No, we don't like politics. Today was Force Friday.
Force Friday.
To celebrate the upcoming new Star Wars movie. Hayden, I spent a shit ton of money today.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what I spent it on.
Alright.
Okay, obviously I bought the headset today, which is $80. But I bought this thingy. It's a little remote control robot.
Uh-huh.
And this was $80. And then Brandy got a little, like, Furbaka thing. It's a Furby that's Chewbacca. That was $80.
What? Why?
Yeah. The shirt I'm currently wearing, I got, which was $20, and the shirt that Brandy has, which I don't know where she currently put it, was another $20. But there were a lot of things that were at Target, because we don't have any other store that was selling the current stuff,
Right.
that I wanted, but I bought the bigger things that would be more fun. Like, I chase my cats around with this robot. That is the most enjoyment I have today, is chasing a fucking cat around with a robot.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Other than that, there was like lots and lots of like little figure sets, micro machines. Yeah, micro machines. There's a lot of micro machines. A whole bunch of other like costumes. Obviously, it's getting close to Halloween time, so they had to bring those out. There were also these bikes. Now, you know a normal car tire, right?
Right.
These bikes had tires half the size of a car tire, basically, in width.
Uh-huh.
That's huge.
It's pretty big.
These bikes were running for almost $400.
Pretty expensive.
Now, I almost bought one.
Let me tell you how glad I am that you didn't.
Is there anything outside of League you want to talk about before we jump back into some League
Outside
stuff?
of League I want to talk about,
How are you doing recently? How's work going?
work is okay. I actually had this woman walk in, and she and her family, she had her husband, her daughter, and her daughter's daughter.
Yeah.
They're kind of old, and they walked up, they ordered a nice amount of food. So I got their order through, and they got their meal, but I guess the fact that she didn't ask for fresh fries, but I guess the fact that they didn't get fresh fries, they got fries from the ones that were made a few minutes before. They didn't get right out of the fryer. Fresh fries, hot fries is what we all have to yell hot fries when the fries are done,
Yeah.
so that everybody's aware that there are new fries.
Mhm.
And well, the struggle at the moment is that this woman was like, we didn't get fresh fries. And, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm sorry. Let me get you your fresh fries. So I told somebody to drop some fries. So we get the new fries in, and I hand her the thing. But I guess we took too long because after they were just before they were leaving, they left all their drinks there. They spilled one on purpose. Like I watched them do it. And then they like trashed all the saucepans for like 3 tables.
Man.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, really gotta be like that?
That's actually really stupid. I can't deal with those kind of people. Like,
The thing is I'm really good at talking to people, as much as
Yeah.
I hate doing it, because I'm very, very antisocial. Well, I'm not antisocial, but I dislike my social anxiety,
yeah.
and but I'm pretty good at community service, especially when I'm making money. So, that's work is fine. My next shift starts in a few hours.
Oh yeah, we're recording this before you go to work.
Right. Um, Anything else I want to talk about outside of League of Legends is that soon I've been going through which bank I'm going to be choosing to store my money, which isn't necessarily important to the podcast, but I will probably
It's important. Period.
be buying a new mic soon and possibly a new keyboard. And debating on what keyboard I might buy.
I mean, obviously, I showed you this earlier before the podcast, but if anybody doesn't know, which most people won't, I am a Logitech fanboy. My headset's Logitech. I am running with a Logitech G710 keyboard. I'm going to be getting a Logitech mouse soon. Yeah, I like Logitech. It's just, since my favorite color is purple, I opt for more blue things, since a lot of things don't come in purple.
Yeah, I'm more of a Razer fanboy. I run a Razer Death Adder Chroma. I'll probably buy a Razer Black Widow Chroma,
Uh-huh.
but with quieter keys, obviously.
Are my keys too loud?
Not really, no. They're
Okay.
fine. I don't. Tech gear wise, I'm more of a Razer guy, but I don't mind Logitech either. I use a lot of Logitech products as well. The mic I'm using right now is actually Logitech. However, that's really all I have to talk about on things not related to League. However,
I got a few more things.
Okay.
So, are there any games you're looking forward to? Personally, I'm looking forward to a game called Sword Coast Legends, I believe.
Uh-huh.
It is a D&D-ish RPG game that feels like the old D&D games that came out on PS2 and like Baldur's Gate and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were just, they brought people in. My father and I played a lot of it. This game, I know I told you that I want to get this for you as well, so we can play, you, me, and my father.
Right.
But I am so excited for this game coming out. I've been waiting all year for it after I seen that it was coming out.
Well, hopefully it'll be good because we'll look forward to it.
I'm really hoping.
Games that I'm looking forward to that are coming out soon. Doom 4.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Doom 4 for sure. WoW Legion.
Oh, yeah. I think we should do. We should both transfer to a different realm, and not, we'll figure that out eventually. That's something you and I will talk about,
Right.
and then make a guild together.
Let's do it.
I think it would be in our best interest. I can escape my realm. You can escape your realm. You know.
Things I'm looking forward to. Heart of Thorns, I'm definitely looking forward to.
Oh yes, yes.
I want to see how the meta will change in League after Season 5 Worlds.
Oh man.
On terms of brand new games, Doom 4 is probably the only one I'm looking forward to. I don't really
Yeah.
pay attention to the new games that are coming out recently.
Oh, there's one other game that I'm so excited about. Now, there is a set of games, they are the Tales games. They're like just, a bunch of games. And I played Tales of Zillia with my girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
and my siblings. It was a great game. We're gonna be getting the second one, playing through that and whatnot. But there is Tales of Zestiria coming out. Uh, and I am really excited for this because if I pre-order it, I get the first Tales game I ever played, which is Tales of Symphonia. It might be the first game period. I'm not quite sure, but that game was great, and I played that back before my uncle passed away. And this game looks great, and it's made by the same company, obviously, but
So hopefully it is entertaining as it was when you were playing with Brandy
hopefully,
and your siblings.
hopefully it's gonna be good.
Right.
Uh, is there really nothing too else that I'm looking forward to? Um, so what games do you currently solo play? Uh, outside of like League?
Like solo play as in like, what do you mean?
Just something that you do when you're not playing League. Like, what are your non-League games?
My non-league games, like that I play by myself, like solo?
It can be by yourself. And you and I played Diablo 3. We hit 70 the first night of the season launch.
Right.
We were running Barbarian Witch Doctor, which was pretty nice. Right now we need to get some gear. We're really damn weak. But, we're having fun.
Having fun. Games that I like playing on my own most of the time. I like to play a lot of Counter-Strike when I'm not playing with you guys.
Yeah.
I play a lot of
And
competitive Counter-Strike.
I know you're pretty good at that.
Yeah. I like to play some of the old Sonic games like Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure Director's Cut, the original Sonic. I like to play Trove. I do play a lot of WoW private servers as well as WoW itself.
Which, WoW is another one that we'll be going through patch notes as well. As they come out and as we start playing more and, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Might even do like PvP guides, because I know you were planning to play a lot more PvP, and obviously I catch on fast, so you and I are gonna try to do that.
That's
We'll
what's
see what
different
happens
about
with
us. When we play WoW, you're a PvEer and I'm a PvPer. It's like
that. Well, I'll
two ends
teach
of
you how
the
to
spectrum.
PvE. You teach you how to PvP. That's how it'll work.
All right.
We'll pull out guides and whatnot for that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Trove. I played. I don't want to interrupt you here.
That's fine.
But we played some Trove here, and it recently just came out on Steam, like a few weeks ago, not even.
Right.
That is a great game to play with others, in my opinion. When I played that game alone, I found it so monotonous and it was just dragging on. But when I played with you or our buddy Matt or Cameron, just some of our friends, it is such a fun game just to dick around and hell even troll each other on because I wouldn't say it's a grind fest, but it's definitely got the grinding aspects of a RPG game.
Right. Another game I play a lot on my own is OS.
Yes.
I play a lot of OS.
Okay, I see a lot of pro streamers play OS. Do you feel like it helps with your reactions?
Yes. Helps with your reactions. It helps you be consistent. It especially helps Counter-Strike players keep their aim and their spray control more accurate. Because some people play with... That's how actually, you play, the casuals who play, a really high DPI, 1350 DPI, 2000 DPI and up.
Yeah.
They don't realize how fast their mouse sensitivity is until they have to play a game like OS, where they need to be precise as they get better and get faster, and then have to lower their DPI. I went from playing every game I have on like 2800 DPI. Now I play Counter-Strike on 550, and I play everything else on 700.
It sounds like it. It helps quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um, I do want to know, Hayden, if you'd be interested in doing like quote unquote game reviews, where we just, find a random game, sit down, play it for a little while, and then just give our honest opinion about the fucking game.
Right.
I feel it's something I actually want to do. It's always been something I want to do, is being like, all right, I'm going to play this game. I play it for a couple hours. Oh, this game was fucking shit, and then here's the reasons why. Or this game was amazing, and I want to play more of it, and here's the reasons why. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to record what we're going to be doing, but it might be interesting to some people who are, just getting into video games or are looking for something new to do, and it might help them try to find what they want.
Right.
Obviously, we'd cover a vast spectrum of new games, at least to our
To our knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and capabilities.
Right.
Myself, the single player games or just games I play by myself, um, is like Age of Empires and Age of Mythology. I'm a huge Age of fan. I played a lot of Age of Empires 2 back before Age of Empires 3 came out, and actually I still played Age of Empires 2 to this day because I like medieval warfare a lot, which is why when we played Pirates, Vikings, and Knights 2, which was a fucking great game.
Pretty good game for a free-to-play game, I'm not gonna lie.
I liked just how it didn't bring in too many aspects of fantasy.
Right.
Like, you're not a fucking pirate captain isn't gonna have a pirate that actually kills people. I remember when we first logged in, I played as the pirate captain. I threw a pirate at you and Matt, and you guys just started screaming and dying, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, you threw a parrot, not a pirate.
Yeah,
You're getting there.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, if I work up the muscle tone, I'll be able to throw pirates. You quote me.
I'll quote you on it.
I do play games like Baldur's Gate, which is some D&D related games. They're really fun. Recently, they released a enhanced edition that lets you play with more people and lets you play with multiplayer. Period. And my father and I have been playing that. Other than that, I play games like Binding of Isaac Rebirth. The new Binding of Isaac update will be coming out whenever. I haven't really been following it too much. And Final Fantasy games. The game I want to get more into, but I am procrastinating on, is playing more of the game Path of Exile. Now, the reason I like this game is you're not limited in this. Like in Diablo 3, you're limited to your specific skill set. You're limited to, there's this is best type of thing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
In Path of Exile, you can customize what gems you're going to put into your gear, and your gems equal your skills. So if you have a certain amount of strength and you're earning a bunch of strength gems, and you said, I want to run like, what's it called, the lightning shield, you can, and you have that option to switch it up whenever you want to.
Uh-huh.
The passive tree is humongous. I'm level 30 and I haven't even hit one edge of the passive tree, and that's something I like. I like being able to fully customize how I want to and how I will play my character without having that limitation.
Right.
I think that's all I have. If there's anything you want to say, Hayden, I believe we are good.
Alright, let's close it up. Alright.
Oh, wait. There is one other game I've been playing. I did emulate Harvest Moon, A Wonderful World, and that's what I've been playing as well. I love the Harvest Moon games. I love anything to do with that sort of farming, I suppose.
Right.
but it's just something that I used to play back when it was on GameCube. So
Right. Let's see. I do also actually practice a lot of Super Smash Bros. Melee and Smash 4, just to get the feel of playing it more competitively on a competitive level.
You gonna try to go against Rob?
I don't want to be Rob good, but I want to be good to where I can play with locals in my part of the country.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's it. We don't have a whole lot of time left, so let's wrap it up. Before we wrap it up, let's talk about things we're going to be doing in the future. Like we said, we're probably going to be going and finding random games and reviewing them.
We're reviewing them.
Guild Wars 2 is going to be an important factor of our channel for a small amount of time, or
If-
even for a moderate amount of time.
If people do get interested in it a lot, we might make a second channel committed to Guild Wars 2, but we'll see how that all pans out later.
It'd be easier to just do it on this channel and then has it as a playlist, so for people, that way we don't have to have...
Well, I'm just saying, it's a big option for us.
Right. So for Guild Wars 2, we're thinking of just getting into it. We could possibly record Let's Plays of it.
Yep.
Just
Or just us fucking around.
Just us messing around, having fun. And if people are liking it, then we'll continue doing it. If not, then we won't. We're going to be doing that, game reviews, and as well as we will be sometimes, I'll come home from work or from school, or somebody will have a bad day or even a good day. It's like, let's talk about this right now. We'll talk about it for a couple hours, and we will just podcast it.
There's a female in my camera.
And we will
Yeah.
get through it.
She's giving me that look of she's gonna kill me. I need help. I need an adult.
Alright, anyhow.
Obviously, we're gonna stick to our patch notes. We will be doing our podcast thing twice a week. We won't always have a general layout. Like today, we're just talking about mostly League and then just a little side stuff. Maybe next time we'll talk about condoms or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something.
Alright, well, that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed our podcast this episode, please do like and or subscribe. I'll give you guys updates as much as we can. You can follow us on Twitter. The Twitter links are on our channel. You can also follow my Twitch if you wish. Probably Twitter would be the best choice to get a hold of us. You can reach our email from our channel. If you have,
Can they? I don't remember if I added that. Did I?
believe you did. They just have to put in a captcha. Anyhow,
Okay.
if you have anything to ask, you can ask in the comments. You can find us anywhere else. We'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If there's anything else that we can do that you would like to see, let us know. We will work on getting it done, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.